crazy. They want more. Comes for another encore. So crazy. Does one more, and it's a dud. And everybody leaves. And says, that wasn't that good, was it? So oftentimes you're better off you leave it a high note. But I said I would do that. So why don't we take a few questions and then, sure, ma'am, please. Hi. Well, we are taking the big thing, the biggest thing, bigger than the tax cuts, which were the biggest ever, is we cut regulations. And we cut regulations for small business, the likes of which you had businesses that couldn't survive. It was just impossible for them to survive. We cut regulations more than any administration in the history of our country times four, and it was really rocky. Now, slowly, they're starting to add those things that we cut back, but we'll get them out very fast. We know every one of them. We'll get them back very fast. And I know that you've seen a big difference. You said before, but I know that you've seen a big difference between now and what it was a few years ago. We've never had an economy like we had just 3 years ago. It was unbelievable. And frankly, this economy is not doing well. But the reason it's doing okay is it's running on the fumes of what we built. But those fumes are running out, and they're running out fast. And it's not going to be a pretty picture. Thank you very much. Great question. Question? Yeah, please. Somebody over there? Yes. Yeah. Well, you know we're working on that, and you know we had a plan to totally. Uh, it's such a ridiculous situation, isn't it? But we had a plan, and we would have instituted that plan, and it was all ready. But we will get it done. If we win, that's going to be taken care of. That will be one of the easy. What makes the trip unforgettable? You'll know it when you feel it. Make them you love yours. Good. They love your wall. Yeah. One problem, it's not finished. Yeah. And the fentanyl is creeping into our country. What would you do? So I always said build a wall. They said don't build it. I had some problems even with a couple of rhinos in the Republican Party, as you know. And I ended up saying, look, here's the story. I'm taking it from the military. And I said, because I view it as national defense. This is an invasion. And I built hundreds of miles of wall and had everything completed. When everything was completed, we noticed that people were pouring into other areas. So we were all set. The wall was bought. The wall was ready to be put up. Would have been done in a period of 3 weeks. And that's when we realized these people actually believe in open borders. They refused to put up the wall. You know that because Arizona was one of the places. But we will get that finished. But more importantly, we had a great deals with Mexico. Stay in Mexico. People weren't coming in. We had it. Those last period of time between the wall, I got 28,000 Mexican soldiers guarding our territory. I went to the president of Mexico. I said, you have to give us soldiers. They said, you have to be kidding. Why would we ever do that? I said, because you have people pouring through Mexico. You have to. And they said, we will not do that. And other things. Stay in Mexico, they wouldn't agree. They wouldn't agree to any of this stuff. And he's a great guy, but why would he? And he wouldn't. And their representatives laughed and smiled at me. They said, "We will not do that." A woman in the State Department, she worked on Mexico for 25 years, and she was very good. But she said, "They'll never approve that. We've been asking for that stuff for years." They said, "I'll make you a bet." And she said, "Well, you're not going to win. We've been asking for this for years." And she was a serious person. And so I said to her, "I'll tell you what." In Mexico, and he laughed. Percent tariff on every single car that comes into our country and every other product made in Mexico that comes into our country. And you will pay that tariff. And that is far more money for us than the cost of 28,000 soldiers. Mr. President, sir, I'd like to leave the room and make a phone call.